so not in the mood to see people, which is exactly the reason to do it. Here they all are, about 3 generations below me, bringing back the memories of when I was 15 and freaking the out. The child within me is still freaking out, but we've got to push this, make ourselves stronger, and remember that the past wasn't as traumatic as it appears to be in one's memory. Here we are, ANZ. Any younger versions of myself would be absolutely freaked out right now, but you know what? You got to do it, and don't worry. Watch their behavior and try and copy. Don't worry about the fact that you're ostracized. It's okay. Keep watching, and as you get older, you'll get better at it. How many people are lining up for merchandise? They came here to get merchandise. They couldn't get it off eBay. Very different to the Adele concert, eh? Everyone here is probably born after terror attacks of the Twin Towers. My heart is racing, but I gotta remember, I am the older man telling the younger child within me that it's okay. Yeah, B, please make sure you dress properly. Be careful, nobody put anything in your drink. All right, here we are in the middle of people. People everywhere. Unbelievably addictive and yet anxiety producing simultaneously. All right, let's get GabSmacked. Hey, look at that. People older than me here. Fantastic. Oh, look at that. Official merchandise. The other one was just merchandise. All right, we did it. We walked through the sea of people and I was okay. It's what you got to do, my dear friends who live on the border of civilization and the rules of society. We can never understand. It takes a lot of practice. Sitting in your room is not a lack of choice. It is a choice in the wrong direction. That's all you have. Either you mix with people to learn and try and live with them, or if you don't spend time with them, you actually regress. There is no static position. Let's go back through these crowds of neurotypicals again, who all seem to know how to dress. No one's alone. They all talk to each other. Let's go through, man. This is the beautiful part. We're seeing the wave of happiness that engulfs these people. Isn't it beautiful? The light of happiness being produced and washing over everybody here. No one is alone. They all come in pairs at least. Quite interesting. But it's so good to see them happy. This is probably part of the reason why they don't get as depressed as quickly as the autists. There's something about them spending time together in a nonsensical fashion which seems to give them this emotional energy to keep going. Seeing them happy feels like making up for missing out on it when I was younger. This is great. We're feeding that 15-year-old in a healthy way. Speaking of feeding yourself healthily, Subway. Eat fresh! Here I am, sitting in the bus. So what I do now is try and block out the noises, listen to a lecture and fall asleep until we take everyone back home. But I have to say, the takeaway, guys, is to remember to never back down. It's very easy to resent the world for it ostracizing you. But you got to remember that is an illusion. Everybody gets the short end of the stick in different ways. You as the autist can see things in such clarity. You see right through the social structure. The purity that we possess from the age of a child that is lost with neurotypicals as they grow up, you possess that. You got to remember that there are benefits in being you, and you will never be them and they will never be you. And that's okay. That's what makes society a beautiful thing, right? You can't have the middle of society without the border. Look at me now, learning how to make eye contact, trying to do a bit of gym, trying to make sure my hair doesn't look what neurotypicals consider to be ridiculous. I'm sure many still do. Learning to smile. These took years, so many years to learn. Learning how to walk so that people wouldn't realize that I was what they considered to be a wacker, right? That's okay. We're all part of humanity. My desire was always to try and fit in and mimic them, and I spent years studying them to learn how to make eye contact and not talk over them and engage in dialogue that's nonsensical and learn all of the phrases. And they have thousands of them. You have advantages too, and you'll discover them along the way. The moral of today's GabSmacked is, I will never say never.